Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. On this channel we talk about all things fandom and we talk about it in a positive way. Today is Sci-Fi Sunday on this channel where we talk about all things sci-fi, fantasy, and comic book related. Now, a lot of rumors have begun to circulate about whether or not James Gunn is bringing back Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. And the reason is that James Gunn kind of addressed this, but he didn't really address it in a definitive way. So this is going to cause a lot of people to speculate one way or another. We're going to break down what exactly was said and then give our opinion on the topic. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so Margot Robbie is definitively Harley Quinn. For a lot of people, she embodied Harley Quinn perfectly. And she brought a level of success to the Harley Quinn persona within the movies. Now, whether or not you like the Suicide Squad movies or not, whether or not you liked either one of them, because I've heard people say the first one was trash, and I've heard people say the second one was trash. And then there's the Birds of Prey movie, Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, and people really didn't like that one either. But regardless of how you actually felt about either of these movies, about any of these movies, Margot Robbie embodied what a lot of people thought Harley Quinn should look like. The way she should talk, the way she should act. Margot Robbie was Harley Quinn essentially, as far as a lot of people were concerned. It didn't matter whether you liked the movies or not. And, of course, James Gunn had also brought her back when he did his Suicide Squad movie for DC while being fired from the MCU for tweets made a long time ago. Now, we've addressed these tweets before on the channel. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother time that we're not even going to get into. That is all water under the bridge. James Gunn is now the head of the DCU, and as such, he has the power to bring back whoever he wants to bring back. Now, one such question keeps coming up. Is Margot Robbie coming back as Harley Quinn? And James Gunn answered this question, but not exactly in a definitive manner. So how did James Gunn answer this question? We're going to break it down. So this comes from Entertainment Weekly, but it has been reported a lot of other places, but we're going to talk about what Entertainment Weekly had to say about it. James Gunn addresses Margot Robbie's place in the new DCU. Plus, the head of the DC studio said he wants to bring back Idris Elba as Bloodsport. Now, the question was asked, could Margot Robbie return as Harley Quinn in James Gunn's new DC universe, or has this bird's wings been clipped? The new head of DC Studios, alongside Peter Safran, has been busy rebooting the comic book company's on-screen world with an entire slate of movies and shows that has kicked off with last month's Superman, written and directed by James Gunn himself. There is a new Superman, David Cornswept, a corporate justice gain instead of the Justice League, and ultimately Wonder Woman and Batman, who have yet to be cast, in addition to Robert Pattinson returning for the unrelated Batman Part 2. So will there be a new Harley Quinn? Will Margot Robbie return to play the fan favorite character in the future? Now, according to what Entertainment Weekly said, James Gunn told Entertainment Weekly that will be revealed later on down the line. Now, while Gunn remained tight-lipped with further explanation, he did reveal another Suicide Squad member he's keen on bringing back for his new age of DC. He said, "I definitely am always looking for a place to put Bloodsport. Figuring that out," James Gunn said of Idris Elba's Ruthless Mercenary from 2021 sequel, so we'll see if that happens. Next up in James Gunn's revamped DC Universe's Peacemaker Season 2, which heavily ties into the Suicide Squad, and Rick Flag Sr., Frank Grillo, becomes head of Argus and uses his new power to get revenge for the death of his son, Rick Flag Jr., who was killed by Peacemaker John Cena in the end of that movie. It's not hard to imagine that both Harley Quinn and Bloodsport fit into that story, since they ultimately bonded and became friends after Rick Jr.'s death. Robbie has portrayed Harley Quinn, however, in 3 films: 2016's Suicide Squad, 2020's Birds of Prey, and 2021's The Suicide Squad. Meanwhile, Lady Gaga played a very different version of that role in The Joker Part 2. Now, this is, of course, Margot Robbie talking to Entertainment Weekly a while back. And what she had said at the time is it was kind of like back-to-back filming Birds and filming The Suicide Squad, so I was kind of like, oof, I need a break from Harley because I'm exhausted. And Margot Robbie said, I don't know when we're next going to see her. I'm just as intrigued as everyone else is. So that right there is kind of the definitive answer. Only that's not really definitive, because that kind of tells us one thing. James Gunn has a plan, and James Gunn knows where we're going to see Harley Quinn next, potentially. Potentially. Now, he doesn't say that Margot Robbie is going to play Harley Quinn, but he also doesn't say that she's not. And I think that's a very important thing here to note, because Margot Robbie has been for a long time the best Harley Quinn that we could have asked for. And while that's just my opinion, it's not one that I share alone. I've heard from numerous people exactly how they feel about Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn. And a lot of people seem to like her. And I think that at this stage, bringing another actress in to play the character might actually be a mistake. It might fall under the same guise of replacing Superman. That type of thing is something that happens a lot. You get a new actor and you get people that are mad because the actor that they wanted in the role isn't in the role anymore. And as long as Harley Quinn is around and Margot Robbie wants to play her, I definitely think that Margot Robbie is going to be playing Harley Quinn. I can actually see James Gunn saying, yeah, we'll give you the break that you need. And later on, when I come asking if you want to play the part, it's up to you. And that's what I think happened here. I think that if Margot Robbie does want to come back and play Harley Quinn, that the part is definitely hers. I think that that is what we're looking at here, because he would have said no if he knew that she wasn't coming back. He would have said yes if he definitely knew she was, or, well, maybe he wouldn't have said yes if he knew. Like I said, I kind of got the hint that he knows that she is coming back, and he knows that, yeah, Margot Robbie is playing her. That's what I think he's saying by all of this. That's to be revealed later on. I think that there is a definitive plan for Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, should she want to return. So that's what we're looking at here. That was kind of what was said. I wanted to address this rumor because a lot of people have been talking about it, and I've heard a lot of people say that Margot Robbie isn't coming back. I've heard a lot of people say she is. And I kind of wanted to address this and give you my thoughts on it. But now it's the part where I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what your thoughts on it are. Do you think that Margot Robbie is the definitive Harley Quinn? If she was replaced as Harley Quinn by a different actress, who would you want this actress to be, and why? And then also, friends, do you think that he knows where Harley Quinn is next going to appear, or is this just something he's saying to kind of tide the people over until he figures out what he is doing with the character of Harley Quinn? Whatever you guys are thinking, there's no wrong answers in our comments. Just be nice to each other and let me know what you're thinking. And then don't forget to share this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of this crazy conversation as well. Then while you're there, you might as well hit that like button if you like this sort of content, if you like the positive fandom talk that we bring to you guys every week. You definitely are going to want to hit that like button, because the algorithm doesn't seem to always read the positive stuff. YouTube sort of seems to cater to the negative, and that's an unfortunate fact. So if you do want to see more positive content in your feed, you're going to want to hit that like button to tell the algorithm that this is the type of thing you want to hear. Then while you're there, you might as well hit that subscribe button if you like this channel. And you're going to want to hit that notification bell as well, so you don't miss a single video we do. So friends, at the end of the day, I know it and you know it. Fandom is family.